to our Live Life Empowered webinar. Yes, we changed the name. We are focusing on living life empowered, and we will speak to that a little bit later as we go with this message. But as you can see on your screen, we have a changelife.me that is live, and I will speak a little bit more on that later as far as where we're going to go with that and how we are going to utilize this as a very powerful tool. And you can also see, hopefully all of you have seen this, but we would also like to put a big shout out to Ariane and for the amazing message that she has been sharing that is transforming this company. So big props to Ariane and the message that she put out and this video that she made. Yes, you're right. She is a woman of many talents, and she worked on this on Saturday and basically just learned how to do it and did the message and made the video, and I am just continuously shocked by her mad skills. But anyway, we are super excited. Hopefully everyone has seen it. It's right there on the homepage of changelife.me. It is a very, very powerful message, and she will speak to this a little bit later and talk about how you can use this as a powerful building tool and how this will be just literally game-changing in your business. But as you can see on this website, we will be focusing a lot on events. There are lots of events that we are going to be doing, and this is going to be the power of joining the company and having this membership and having this lifelong learning. But there are a lot of things that we're going to be learning about, from self-empowerment to leadership skills to listening to a Millionaire Mentor to the financial education and workshops. There's just so much stuff that people are going to be able to have access to. And this morning we want to start off just really talking about some of the upcoming events that we have. In particular, the big one that we're really pushing to is the 21st. That's our Millionaire Mentor, which we had a couple weeks ago, which was just amazing, and anyone that was there had an excellent experience. We're going to have a couple people talk briefly today about their experience that they had in the last event, and then we also are going to step it up a notch this time, and we have a guest speaker, Julius Henderson, who will be on the 21st. He has been the personal business coach for people like the president of Johnson & Johnson and the vice president of Yahoo and some of these big executives in the industry, as well as several people in the direct sales industry. So he is amazing at what he does, and you're going to love his message, and all of that you are going to be able to have access to on the 21st. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other upcoming events that we have, but I also want to quickly turn the time over to Janice and Matt Martin, who are out here this weekend, and they came out and they were able to experience the Millionaire Mentor training. They were able to experience the financial education, and they have also been having a couple of the events of their own. And let me just see real quick if we are going to be able to get them on. Hang on just a sec. Okay, she's having a little bit of technical difficulties, it looks like, so she'll be calling in. Janice, you're not there, are you? Okay. All right, now, the other person we wanted to hear from is Jim and Kirti, who flew all the way from Texas to come out to the last event that we had with the Millionaire Mentor and the financial education. And we are super excited to hear from them today and to be able to hear about their experience that they had when they were out here, and just talk real briefly about the power of these types of events and why people need to be plugged in, and most importantly, bring guests to the 21st. And the other reason that I'm excited to hear from Jim and Kirti is because they are not here locally, and they are doing some awesome things with tying in remotely from Texas and being able to tap into all of the same information. So for all of you that are out of state, we want to hear from them and just kind of hear how it is that they're doing it. So Jim, Kirti, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Can you hear us, Lance?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. I'm going to mute myself because there's an echo, but I'll turn the time over to you.
All right. Thanks, Lance. Excited to share with you this morning. As you said, we came up to Utah last weekend, spent 3 days in your beautiful city, and it was an exciting time to meet with Don and meet with the leaders of the company, spend some valuable time not only sitting through the education, sitting through the workshops that they had, but the personal one-on-one time before and after the workshops, where we really got to sit down and talk one-on-one, share goals, share dreams. One of the things that came up while we were there is one of the things that Jim Rohn said, where all of us need each of us, and each of us need all of us. And one of those events that you can attend live in person just further reinforces that concept. You can get the training online, you can get the training on webinar, but the ability just to be there in person and feel the excitement, like I said, talk to people during the event, after the event, build relationships. It's just an awesome experience. If anybody has got the ability to get there, I would highly encourage them to get there. If you're not, like Lance said, we're in Dallas, Texas. We have done a few webinars over the past 2 months, invited guests over to our house. That has been exciting. We've got the ability to hear the information without having to travel across country. In fact, this morning there are a couple of people here with us now watching this event. We've got a lady coming over. It's a few minutes late, but she's on her way over here to share in this webinar. It's an opportunity to see the information, see the presentation without having to go all the way to Utah. But the other thing I'm excited about is that we're bringing this stuff to Texas as well. Lance has agreed to come down to Texas on the 27th and 28th. So if you're anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or you know anybody that's in the area and would like to send them over to the event, we're having 3 separate training sessions. We've got a guest speaker who will talk about the 4 aspects of motivation. Ellis Hackler will be presenting during at least one of the sessions on motivation. Lance will be talking about 401 condos, how to put your money together into a real estate investment and get greater dividends than you might be able to get in your 401k. We've also got a speaker coming in to talk specifically about real estate. So if you've got anybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we'll be sending details to Lance, posting it on his website, posting on our website. We'd be super excited to meet you and welcome you in and share our information with you. So I guess my 3 key points, Lance, is if you can get to a live seminar, especially the one on the 21st with Julius, please make every effort to get there, because it'll be exciting. It'll give you a new perspective. It'll help you align your goals. If for some reason you can't get there, invite people over to your home, hold an event at your house, plug your computer into your TV, be part of the event through a webinar. And then the last thing is if you are anywhere in the Dallas area, please come by on the 27th and the 28th and get some additional training here in the great state of Texas. That's all, Lance. I'll turn it back over to you. Thanks for the opportunity to share this morning.
That is perfect. Thank you, Jim, and we really appreciated having you out here. And I know Gloria from Colorado is driving out for the 21st, so we're excited for her to come out. So anyone else that wants to jump on a plane or jump in the car and make a road trip, it'll definitely be worth it. And then, of course, like Jim said, if you can't, make it in person, the next best thing is to have a bunch of people over at your house, put it up on the big screen and watch the webinar live. We're going to do a much better job of tying people in online. We'll have polls, we'll have surveys, we'll be able to unmute people and really make it a lot more interactive for those who are connecting in out of state. So we're excited, and I think that's a great message, and we're really looking forward to this upcoming event. Okay, so real quick, let me unmute Janice and Matt Martin. Let's see here. Where Where did you go, Janice? There we are. Okay, Janice, can you hear me?
We're here. You hear us?
Excellent. Yes. Let me turn the time over to Janice and Matt. They are also ripping it up. They drove all the way down from Idaho to the last event, and they have also recently had their own events, and so they are ripping it up there in Idaho. So let me turn the time over to Janice and Matt Martin.
Good morning, everybody. We're so excited to tell you about our successes that we're having up in Idaho and to get you all excited about the February 21st event. Like Jim said, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a time to reflect on changes that you may need to make and to be able to gain the resources and talk to the people to get your mindset where it needs to be and to become more successful and feel empowered in your life. But recently, I just had a home harmony clinic in Idaho, and we had quite a few technical difficulties, and Ariane was supposed to be here but was sick, so we had her on speakerphone. We had a great turnout. We had a lot of women really excited to learn how to change their homes and be more organized and help financially. And so don't think that just because Ariane or myself live far away that you can't put these events on. You know, get in contact with one of us and be able to broadcast those in your home. We can do a webinar. We can do all sorts of things that keep us connected. Technology is awesome that we're able to do that now. We were able to attend the event, my husband and I, in Utah, and I'm going to let him give his feelings a little bit about that event, and so take it away, Matt.
So, you know, I woke up this morning and I just thought how different my perspective has been on life and on everything in general since we went to that meeting. And you never realize how bad of a mentality you have until you go and you meet with successful people. You get people that will be your mentor. You get people that inspire you to be a better person, and your mentality changes, and you become more positive, more successful, even in the little things in life. Like Jim was saying, you know, if you can't make it in person, get on the internet, and this is a valuable tool to not only help you but help others to become better. And that's really what the purpose of it is to network with people that are wanting to grow and wanting to become better people. And you know, that the couple hours we spent there was invaluable to me. I can't even tell you. I mean, people pay thousands of dollars just to go to one of those, and you know, it's available. And I don't plan on ever missing another one, and I'll be there.
So, well, thank you for having us on, Lance, and we are excited to see everyone on the 21st and to be able to empower each other and to become better, successful business owners, people. We're excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very, very much. That was excellent and well said, and I'm super excited for you guys and your success. We've got lots of good things going on. So thank you for taking your time and this morning. And then now I would like to turn the time over to the woman of the hour, the one who has been very, very, very diligently working on putting together this message so that we can make this easy for everyone to share exactly what it is that we're trying to do and how we're able to help people. And I am, once again, just super excited about this video, and so we're going to turn the time over to her and talk about how she can help you to use this video as a very powerful tool. So I was going to take everyone off mute so everyone could cheer real quick, but she doesn't like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to now turn the time over to Ariane.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, happy Monday to you. Don't you love a new week? Don't you love a new day? I hope you just jumped out of bed and were so excited to get going with your week and get going with your day that you couldn't stay in bed anymore. Your eyes popped open, and you were just infused with that energy that Matt talked about, that positive energy. Just woke up thinking, man, I am on the right path. I'm in the right place at the right time. and I'm going to make things happen. Well, we are so excited to have these Monday morning Live Life Empowered webinars, and really our focus and our purpose of these Monday webinars is to increase the skills that you have in developing your business and to create that large organization, that success community, and that you can not only have your life impacted for the better and have the success that you deserve and that you want to have and that you know you're capable of having in your life, but that you're also helping others, because we know that if we help enough other people get what they want in life, then we will get what we want in life. And that truly is our message with this company. We know that every single person out there, I want you to look outside right now. Hurry, go to a window. If you're driving in your car, look around. This is one of the things that I have done for the last almost 20 years in network marketing, is that I look around and I think, wow, every single person who's living and breathing needs what I have. And the fun part is they just don't know it yet. I remember laying in bed every night and thinking of all of the people, literally visualizing people's faces in my mind and thinking, you know what, as they go to bed tonight and they're saying their prayers, they're hoping and dreaming and thinking, oh, I need a better life. They just don't even know that Ariane Morgan's going to be calling them tomorrow and giving them the opportunity to make it happen, and that everything in their life is going to change and improve for the better tomorrow. What an awesome gift that we can give people. Everybody needs to increase their skills. Everyone needs more education. Everyone that we know needs to be empowered. It doesn't matter if they're making zero money or if they're making millions of dollars. Every single person out there can better themselves and can increase their skills. I did spend the majority of the weekend, as promised last Monday, making an overview video. But I thought I'd make it fun because, you know, who doesn't want to have more fun in their life? So it's an animation video, and it's sharing the message of just that people need to increase their skills, increase their education if they want to increase their success. That's our message. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff, of course, in that message of, you know, the education that we offer, life education, financial education. Of course, we have some fabulous online tools that you can use to support that success. We're having things like the Home Harmony workshops that Janice talked about. We're going to be having incredible events like the Millionaire Mentor event and more. We have amazing leaders that we are working with in that program. There's a lot of things that are included in that skill building development, but essentially that's what it is. We're helping people to increase their skills so they can increase their success in life, and we're giving them an empowering way and an empowering community to do that. So what are we doing on these Monday morning webinars? Well, I am here to help you increase your skills in building your business. Of course, we have a fabulous mentor that in Mark, who's our millionaire mentor, and he is going to be joining us on some of these Monday webinars as well as other guests. But we are going to, as I call it, drill for skills, because the better you get at the basics, the fundamentals of growing an organization, growing a business, creating success in your life, the better you are going to be at having the success that you want. So today what we're going to talk about is inviting people to hear this message, the art of inviting. You know, I grew up playing the violin, and you might think, well, what does playing the violin have to do with inviting people to hear about this opportunity? Well, I would listen to classical music on tapes. Okay, that's back in the day. I'm dating myself. But I would listen to classical music. I would go to the symphony, and I would see the violinist. I would see the violin section. I would listen to the soloist, and I would think, oh, man, I want to be like that. Or maybe you've listened to somebody who's a concert pianist that just plays the piano absolutely gorgeously, and you think, oh, if I want to play the piano, I want to play like that. And then you go to your first lesson, And first of all, if you're playing the violin, you don't even know where to put your fingers, and it sounds like somebody's killing a cat. It does not sound like that amazing, gorgeous soloist playing at the Utah Symphony. It sounds like kind of a mess. Or you might go to that first piano lesson, and your piano teacher says, okay, we're going to start with scales. And you're like, I want to play Beethoven. I want to play Mozart. But you have to start to develop the skills. You have to work on the fundamentals. And one of the fundamentals, one of the most important fundamentals in network marketing is to invite people to hear your message. Well, I know that many of you have come from different backgrounds. Some of you have been in network marketing for years. Some of you, this is your very first time building. This is your very first time being a part of a company in this industry. And I want to just tell you before we get started on any of these trainings that I want you to keep it simple. One of the things that I have seen over the years is that people overcomplicate this industry. You just need to keep it simple. So today we're going to talk about how simple it is to invite people. It truly is, and how we can start practicing those scales, how we can start learning the finger placement of the violin so that we can start to progress to be that concert soloist, so that you can play Mozart, so you can have a team of 1 million people or 2 million people or 3 million people. It is possible, because you know what? The people who have done it, they started just like you are starting right now. They're no different. They put their pants on the same way. They wake up out of bed in the morning, and they are the same person. They breathe in and out the same way, and all they did was start with those scales. They started with the fundamentals. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you're taking notes, which you should be taking notes always, even if you're driving. I remember taking notes on a napkin. Okay, be safe, watch the road. But you should always be taking notes, because when you put pen to paper, that tactileness goes into your brain, and it keeps that information in there longer, and it retains it. So take notes. Number one, the first thing you got to do is you've got to have good posture. So if you're on the phone with somebody, I want you to put your shoulders back, stick your chest out, and stand up straight, put your head high, and smile. Practice smiling. It's amazing to me when I go around town and I see people and they're not smiling. They don't have good posture. They're not standing up straight. Part of our message with this company is to empower people, and that happens by just the way we think and how we stand and what our posture is. There's a great video, you can YouTube it. It's on power poses. And did you know that if you just stand up straight, put your hands in the air for even 2 minutes to start your day, stand like a superhero, put your hands on your hips for just 2 minutes before you need to do something that you need to have courage for, that can increase the success that you have just by your posture. There's a fabulous video on YouTube about it. You should watch that today. It's a part of your education. But it is fantastic. So you got to have good posture. The second thing is you've got to be positive. You've got to have a positive attitude, and really, even more specifically, have the attitude that by you inviting them to hear about this message, that their life will be blessed, that it will be a good thing for them. Like Matt Martin said, you know, just from, I think, a little over a week ago, Matt has had a totally different mind shift. I remember him telling me that, you know, in the last 30 days, from joining and getting his membership with he and Janice, getting their membership and really actually plugging in to the community, to the education, to the events, that he said, Ariane, you cannot, and I hope it's okay I'm sharing this, Matt, he's like, you cannot imagine how our life has changed in 30 days. You have something incredible to offer people. Is that your attitude? Do you, again, look out that window, every single person you see that lives in your community, that lives on your street, that you're walking by in the grocery store, that their life could be blessed by the message of increasing their skills, by empowering their life, and that they can have more success just by what you have to offer. Okay, so you've got to have that positive attitude. The third thing is, number 3, is that you really got to know at least something to say. And part of that is just having some excitement. People want to follow excited people. So you don't have to have had a team size of 1 million. You don't even have to have anybody on your team. You can be excited, and it can sound something like this. You know what, I'm looking to expand my business, or I'm building the biggest team in the state of Utah, or we're the first people in Texas with this brand new incredible network marketing company, and we are going to take over the state of Texas. And you know, if we take over Texas, we take over the world, right? That's for you, Jim and Kirti. But I'm looking to expand my business, or I'm having incredible growth in my business, and I'm looking for some sharp people who are looking to make extra money right now. Do you know anyone like that? How about you? I want you to check it out. Now, you don't wait to see what their answer is right there. You just keep going. I want you to check it out and give me your opinion. If it's not for you, no big deal. See, no rejection. You're letting them off the hook. Okay, but you really don't know what you're saying no to until you have all the facts and you can make an educated decision. Would you be open-minded and allow me to stop by and check it out? When do you have 15 minutes in the next day or two that I could, okay, now we're going to start with what's most effective, in person. Can you stop by their house? Can you stop by their office? Can you, meet them for lunch? I mean, whatever, but meet them in person. Ask them to take them out for a cup of coffee or Diet Coke or whatever you drink, and meet them in person, that you can show them this quick 5-minute video and then say, I'm going to teach you the magic question after you show them this video. So if they can't meet in person, if they say, oh, whatever they say, people come up with a million excuses. You've just offered them a compliment, that they're a sharp person, that you're calling them. You know what happens when you give someone a compliment? They always they just push away the compliment. Oh no, this old shirt. Oh, this dress. Oh no, my hair. Oh, whatever you compliment them on, they always say no to it. It's a horrible human nature habit to immediately just expel anything that is positive that comes into their life. It's a habit of our community, of our society, and we've got to change that habit. So you've got to be open-minded. Are you willing to be open-minded? Let me stop by for just a quick 15 minutes. And, when do you have a quick 15 minutes in the next day or two? No matter what they say, you're just going to say, I know. I just want you to be open-minded. I'm not trying to recruit you. This is my line that I've used for almost 20 years. I'm not trying to recruit you. I'm just asking you to listen. I'm not trying to get you to sign up to do something. I'm just asking you to listen. How do you know until you know all the facts? Do you like to make educated decisions? Are you a person that likes to make educated decisions? I'm not asking you to do anything but listen. Are you open-minded enough to listen? Make an educated decision once you get all the facts. And then if it's not for you, I will never talk to you about it again. And you have to promise me that when we, see each other at a grocery store or walking into church, that we're still going to be friends. Because I just want to give this information to the best, most sharpest people that I know, and you're one of them. Okay, so you've got to just get in to listen, to have them listen. Now, worst case scenario, if they say, oh, I don't want you to stop by, they are just really closed off to help, closed off to success, closed off to positivity, then those people need this the worst. So worst case scenario, you know what? Can I just text you this video? It's 5 minutes. Can I take 5 minutes of your time? I just want you to watch this video. And you know what? If they're not open to even watching a video, then part of the fundamentals of inviting people is you're going to talk to a lot of people. It's like mining for diamonds. You go through a lot of rock before you find a diamond. We've got to get through. We've got to shuffle through. It's not that each individual person isn't important. It's that we're trying to find the people who are open. So part of that practice in those scales, you're going to hit some wrong notes sometimes. That's normal. Everyone who is an expert, who is successful in their field, they have practiced the fundamentals. They have talked to thousands of people. I could probably I know Mark could fill notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of people who weren't open and who said no. But we could also fill notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of people who have said yes, who have said, oh my gosh, my life has changed. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for helping me to open my mind to be able to listen to this opportunity. So if they won't meet in person, you're going to text them the video. And you're going to say, you know what, it takes 5 minutes. When do you have 5 minutes today that you can watch this? And they might say, you know what, I could do it at 1 o'clock. Great. Takes 5 minutes. You're going to do it at 1 o'clock. I'm going to call you at 1:05, and I want to get your opinion. I want to answer any questions that you might have. And one of the questions that I'm going to ask you is, what did you like? What stood out to you? I always prepped people for what I was going to ask them. And in one of the trainings that we're going to have is follow-up and really how to dive in and find out what people need and how to ask them the right questions. But today I just want to even teach you the magic question of follow-up. This is how I earned over a decade of pink Cadillacs with Mary Kay Cosmetics, was from the magic question. And it can be something simple like this. You are with them in person, you show them the video, and then you say, gosh, you know what, Kirti? Is there any reason that we couldn't go ahead and get you signed up for your membership today and start getting you plugged in to build those skills so that you can have the success that you want? Is there any reason that we couldn't go ahead and get you signed up for your membership today, get you plugged into this education so that you can start building your skills and have the success that you want? You want to practice that over and over and over and over again. And I remember the first time I heard about the magic question, I thought, I'm really going to use that. And I was working to earn my very first pink Cadillac. I really, hadn't ever done what I needed to do, even close to that production, to earn that first pink Cadillac. And I remember sitting at my folding card table, which was my desk. I was 21 years old, college student, and I sat at that card table, and I was sitting there with my list of people. So you got to have that list, fresh list, keep it going, keep it fresh, keep putting new names on it. And I sat at my table, and I called people up, and I asked them for the follow-up. And when I got to that follow-up, I simply said, and I felt like I was going to throw up. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I saying? But I said, is there any reason that we couldn't go ahead and get you started today, get you going on your training, start to have the success that you want in your life? Gulp. And they said, yeah, let's do it. And I wanted to say, are you serious? But I was like, awesome, I'm so excited to work with you. Let's get you going. I can't wait to help you create the success that you want to have. And then I did it again, and they said yes, and I did it again, and they said yes. People want to follow someone who's confident. People want to be asked to be a part of something. Don't you, when you think about having friends and hanging out with people, don't you want to be included? Never feels good not to be asked. Never feels good to not be included. That's what we're doing, is asking people, giving them that invitation to be included in a success community where they can help really to grow the dreams and goals and really what they want to have in their life. It's amazing. So you're just going to tell them, I'm looking to expand my business, or I'm growing the fastest growing team with this amazing new company, and I'm looking for sharp people who are looking to make extra money. Do you know anyone like that? How about you? I want you to check it out and give me your opinion. If it's not for you, no big deal. But you really don't know what you're saying no to until you have all the facts and can make an educated decision. Are you open-minded enough to check it out and make that educated decision? Give me your opinion. When do you have 15 minutes in the next couple of days that I could stop by, that I could meet you for coffee, that I could, meet you for lunch, I could stop by your place of work, blah, blah, blah. Worst case scenario, text them the video and set up that follow-up time right then. Don't say, oh, I'll send you the video and I'll call you later tonight. I'll send you the video and I'll call you in a couple of days. You've got to say, I'm going to send you the video. It takes 5 minutes to watch it. Great. When do you have 5 minutes? Okay, I'm going to call you at 1:05, or I'm going to call you at 1:15, 5 minutes after they say they can watch it. And then you're going to practice this. Well, how do you practice? First of all, you've got to write this down. This webinar is recorded. You can transcribe what I just said. Write it down. Put it on a note card. Stand in front of your mirror and say it over and over and over again. Practice that magic question over and over and over again. I had little note cards when I started drilling for skills and creating these fundamentals in my business, and I just practiced over and over again. Good posture, positive attitude, smile on my face, contact list, thinking of the names, thinking of how this was going to benefit their life, how this was going to give them the life that they've always wanted, the life that they've dreamed of. It's going to give people hope. People need hope and empowerment more than anything in our society right now, and we have that message. This is like the life cancer cure. People's lives are eroding apart. They don't have hope. They have lost the ability to dream, and we have the message to give it back to them. That is powerful. That should make you jump out of your bed every single morning, do a naked cartwheel, and get on the phone and get people invited. People get excited. We have an amazing thing to offer. So how do you practice that? How do you practice that? Well, you practice by doing. That's the other thing I love about network marketing is that your training is in the trenches. Your training is picking up the phone and calling. I want you to set a goal. I want you to set a goal of how much you're going to practice every day. Just like when I was practicing my violin, or my kids practicing their piano, or practicing dance, or practicing gymnastics, everything that you have to do to get good at, you have to practice. That doesn't stop when you're a kid. That doesn't stop when you're an athlete in high school. That applies to every aspect of your life. So how much time are you going to spend every day practicing inviting? You're going to spend a half an hour? You're going to contact 10 people every day? You're going to spend an hour, contact 20, 25 people? You're going to pick up that phone, and just like that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, you don't put the phone down. You keep dialing, dialing, dialing till you've gone through the list. That's what winners do. That's what successful people do. That's a success mindset, and you do it every day. And when I first started, and I was so scared that I was throwing up in the bathroom before I made phone calls, remember, I couldn't even call and order a pizza by myself, let alone call up and invite somebody to sit down. And my practice company, I had to sit down with them for an hour to go through everything. And I couldn't even call and order a pizza. So I would get in the bathroom, and I would practice it 5 times. Did you know when you practice something out loud 5 times, by that 5th time, then you feel confident enough to get on that phone and do it. The first time you're going to be like, oh, my gosh, I sounded horrible. The second time, oh, my gosh, I sounded horrible. The third time, you're going to start to feel a little bit better. The 4th time, you're going to feel a little bit better. 5th time, you're going to feel pretty confident. You're still going to be feeling afraid, but guess what? I want to teach you something. You know, Valentine's is coming up, and, you know, those feelings of love that you start to have when you are in love with somebody, you kind of feel a little nauseated, right? When you start to fall in love, you got sweaty palms, and your heart rate is increased, and you can maybe feel a little bit lightheaded, and you're just kind of feeling in love, right? Well, did you know that those are the same physiological responses to fear? You know, your heart rate gets a little faster, your palms get a little bit sweaty, maybe you feel a little lightheaded, a little nauseated. You're like, oh my gosh, nauseated, butterflies, same thing, physiologically, same thing, right? Okay, so the next time you think, oh, I'm scared to call somebody, I want you to say, wait, no, I'm not. I'm in love. I'm in love. I love the phone. I love talking to people. I love sharing this message because it's exactly the same physiological response to fear. Okay, so you got to tell your brain, oh, I must be in love. Pick up that phone and make those calls. Get in the habit and start practicing the fundamentals of inviting. And I did want to just echo what Jim Benton also said, is you never attend, listen to, or watch anything alone. You're going to check out changelife.me. You're going to see later today all of the things that we have available to you from these Monday webinars. You can get people to come to these Monday webinars and see. I would always say, I want you to come and see how we train our people. I want you to come and be a part of it and see the support that we offer. You can have 5, 10, 20 people at your home every Monday morning, every Monday, and have them see what kind of support we offer, what kind of education that we offer. And if they don't get excited about listening to one of these calls, woo, You got to wake them up, shake them around a bit. Ask them if they want something different or if they're going to just choose to stay exactly where they're at for the rest of their life. Okay, so you got to get people to come with you to everything, and don't make an excuse that, oh, I can't go to that today, or I live too far. You know, like Jim and Kiersey do, get people in your home, remote plug access into everything that we have. This is all about spreading the message. And with that, I just want to wrap up again from, I know we keep just throwing this book down your throat, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, but it truly is a game changer. You've got to read this book. You've got to implement these principles because it will change your life. This is on page 75 of the book, and I wanted to share a few things, a few thoughts with you today to go along with sharing this message, with inviting. Part of your mission in life must be to share your gifts and value with as many people as possible, to share your message with as many people as possible. That means being willing to play big. Do you know the definition of an entrepreneur? The definition is a person who solves problems for people and makes a profit. That's right. An entrepreneur is nothing more than a problem solver. So I ask you, would you rather solve problems for more people or fewer people? If you applied more, then you need to start thinking bigger and decide to help massive numbers of people, thousands, even millions. The byproduct is that the more people you help, the more money and more success you have, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and definitely financially. Make no mistake, every person on this planet has a mission. If you are living right now, there's a reason for it. Richard Bach, in his book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, asked, how will I know when I've completed my mission? The answer is, if you are still breathing, you are not done. And I want to add in there, if God gave you the breath to get up this morning, he's given you a mission. He's putting people in your path. You are with an opportunity with the right message that is going to impact millions of people. All you have to do is pray for the courage and the words to open your mouth and to start sharing. What I have witnessed is that too many people, this is back to the book, are not doing their job. I watch too many people playing far too small and too many people allowing their fear-based ego. You may think, oh, people are successful have ego, but you know what? There is a fear-based ego. So I watch too many people playing small, too many people allowing their fear-based ego selves to rule them. The result is that too many of us are not living up to our full potential in terms of both our own lives and contribution to others. The world does not need more people playing small. It's time to stop hiding out and start stepping out. It's time to stop needing and start leading. It's time to start sharing your gifts instead of hoarding them or pretending they don't exist. It's time you started playing the game of life in a big way. In the end, small thinking and small actions lead to being both broke and unfulfilled. Big thinking and big actions, they lead to having both money and meaning. The choice is yours. It's Monday. It's the beginning of a new week. You can make anything happen that you want. One of the elementary schools in our town, I'll end with this, has a great sign on their little marquee. And I drove by it and it says, "Today is going to be a great day!" Exclamation point. ... Or not. The choice is yours. The choice is yours today to make that list, pick up the phone, keep it simple, share the message, bless the lives of others, and in turn, bless your own life too. Because when we help enough other people build their skills, create their success, then I promise you that your life will be enriched, that you will have success, and that money is a byproduct of all of that. So get on the phone, share this video, get toe-to-toe, belly-to-belly, ask the magic question, is there any reason why we couldn't go ahead and get you signed up for your membership, start building those skills, and start creating the success that you desire and deserve. Have a fantastic week. We look forward to having you and all of your guests participate in everything that we're offering. Let's go make a difference. Have a great day.